226,000 people. That's how many were left without clean drinking water in New Orleans within 72 hours of Hurricane Katrina making landfall. Not a war zone, not a foreign disaster, a major American city. And here's the part that should bother you. Almost none of them had prepared, because almost none of them thought a $15 item could have saved them. You think gold is the answer. You think cash in a safe is the answer. When the shelves go empty, none of that buys you a clean sip of water. Gold doesn't purify anything. I spent the last 4 months cross-referencing FEMA disaster response reports, Red Cross emergency preparedness guides, and first-hand accounts from survivors of blackouts, hurricanes, and economic collapses. From the 1998 Quebec ice storm to Argentina's 2001 currency crisis. 15 items. Every single one under $20. And the one at the top of this list is so unassuming, you probably have 3 of them in a drawer right now, and you have no idea what they're actually worth. Before we start, you need one filter. I call it the trade value triangle. 3 questions, and every item on this list has to pass all 3. 1. Does it work without electricity or batteries? 2. Does it do more than one job? 3. Would a stranger trade you something valuable for it? If an item fails even one of those questions, it doesn't make the cut. Keep that triangle in your head. It's going to reframe how you look at your entire junk drawer by the end of this video. Number 15, the Spark Keeper. A basic Bic lighter, the kind that costs about $1.50. Picture this. It's 41 degrees outside. You're wet from the rain, and your hands are shaking too hard to strike a spark with flint and steel. That's how hypothermia actually starts, and it starts faster than people think. During the 1998 ice storm that knocked out power to over 1 million households in Quebec and Ontario for weeks, cold exposure was one of the leading causes of storm-related deaths. A lighter doesn't just start fires. It sterilizes needles. It seals frayed paracord ends. It melts plastic for quick repairs. It signals for help at night from a distance. The catch. The flint wears down, the fluid runs out, and if it's wet, it might not spark at all. Buy 5, not 1. Because a man in rural Quebec once said, and I'm paraphrasing what a lot of ice storm survivors reported at the time, "We didn't run out of food, we ran out of fire. 1 lighter is luck, 5 is a system." But fire means nothing if you can't hold your shelter together, which brings us to the next one. Number 14, the silver fixer, duct tape. You already own it. You've never respected it. Now picture a cracked window in a house with no glass replacement for weeks, freezing wind cutting straight through, or a boot sole flapping open 12 miles from the nearest town on foot. No other option. Duct tape has been part of official emergency kits since the Department of Homeland Security's post-9/11 Ready.gov campaign literally told Americans to keep it on hand for sealing rooms during airborne hazards. Beyond sealing, it patches tents, splints a sprained wrist, repairs torn tarps, and holds bandages in place when you have nothing else. The catch. In true cold, under freezing, the adhesive gets brittle and stops sticking well. Store it somewhere warm, not in your trunk. It's not glamorous. One Prepper Forum veteran put it, but neither is dying because your shelter has a hole in it. Number 13, the lifeline cord. Paracord, 550 rated, 100 feet for under $10. Here's the nightmare. You need to lower supplies down a cliff face, secure a tarp against 40-mile-an-hour wind, or build an emergency stretcher to carry someone who can't walk, and you have nothing rated to hold real weight. Military-grade 550 paracord was literally designed for parachute suspension lines. It holds 550 pounds of static weight. Beyond the obvious, you can unravel it into 7 inner strands for fishing line, sewing thread, or snare wire. It becomes a clothesline, a tourniquet in a true emergency, a bootlace replacement. The catch. Cheap knockoffs sold online often aren't true 550 cord. They're thinner and weaker, so buy from a source that actually certifies the rating. Here's what nobody tells you about these first few items. None of them are impressive on their own. That's the point. Notice a pattern yet? Every entry so far solves a problem you don't think about until you're standing in the middle of it. That's exactly why almost nobody stocks these. The people who do aren't paranoid. They're just the ones who already ran the scenario in their head once, calmly, before it happened. Number 12. The silent stitch. A 12-pack of safety pins. Sounds almost too small to matter. But when a jacket zipper breaks in freezing weather, or a wound needs to be held closed until you can get real medical care, you'll wish you had these instead of nothing. During long-term blackouts, small fasteners like these become currency for quick clothing and gear repairs when stores are closed and shipping has stopped. Beyond clothing, they hold bandages, mark supply caches, even work as improvised fish hooks in a real pinch. The catch. They rust in wet conditions if they're not stainless steel, so check before you buy. Number 11. The bonded solution. A tube of cyanoacrylate superglue. Picture a deep cut on your hand, no stitches available, and you're 40 minutes from any clinic that's even still open. Medical grade cyanoacrylate is literally used by combat medics and ERs to close minor wounds instead of sutures. It's the same chemistry, different packaging. Beyond wound closure, it repairs cracked eyeglasses, reattaches boot soles, seals small punctures in a water container. The catch: never use hardware store super glue near your eyes or deep inside a wound, and it does sting like nothing else on broken skin. Number 10. The foil multiplier. A roll of aluminum foil. It doesn't sound like a survival tool, and that's exactly why it's underpriced. Picture cooking over open flame with no pan, or needing to signal a search plane with a flash of reflected light from a mile away. Foil does both. Beyond cooking and signaling, it insulates against cold when wrapped around clothing layers. It becomes an improvised funnel. It protects electronics from an electromagnetic pulse when wrapped correctly around a container, a method often called a Faraday sleeve. The catch: it's fragile, it tears fast, and it's not a substitute for a real cooking pot long term. Number 9. The silent catch. A spool of fishing line and a small pack of hooks. Picture weeks into a supply shortage, store shelves picked clean, and the only reliable protein source left is whatever's in the nearby river or lake. During Argentina's 2001 economic collapse, and again during Venezuela's currency crisis in the 2010s, people who could fish or trade fishing gear had access to food that people with only cash did not. Currency lost value overnight, but protein didn't. Beyond fishing, the line doubles as strong emergency thread, snare wire, or tripwire for a basic perimeter alert. The catch: you need to actually know how to fish, and that's a skill, not a purchase. Buy the gear, then go practice this weekend, because a hook in a drawer teaches you nothing. Number 8. The skin shield. A small tub of petroleum jelly. In the cold, cracked, bleeding skin isn't cosmetic. It's an open door for infection when antibiotics might not be easy to get. Petroleum jelly protects against windburn and frostbite-prone skin, and cotton balls soaked in it become some of the most reliable fire starters that exist, burning for several minutes even in damp conditions. Beyond that, it lubricates squeaky hinges and stuck zippers, and it protects metal tools from rust. The catch: it's not a real burn treatment despite old myths, so don't use it on an actual burn. That's a pattern worth pausing on. Notice how almost nothing on this list is expensive, and almost nothing on this list is something you'd think to buy on purpose. That's the entire premise of the video, and it's about to get more valuable from here. Number 7. The purifier. Unscented household bleach. Plain. No additives. No scent boosters. Picture your tap running brown, or not running at all, and the bottled water at the store already gone. A small amount of plain, 6% bleach, roughly 8 drops per gallon, is the same emergency purification method recommended by the CDC and the Red Cross for making questionable water safe to drink when boiling isn't possible. Beyond purification, it sanitizes surfaces, disinfects wounds when heavily diluted, and treats mold after flooding. The catch: bleach loses potency over time, roughly losing strength within about a year of opening, and using scented bleach or the wrong ratio can make you sick. Precision matters here more than almost anything else on this list. Number 6, the cotton multiplier, a pack of plain cotton bandanas. Picture wildfire smoke thick enough that breathing outside for even 10 minutes leaves you coughing, and there's no mask left on any shelf within 50 miles. A folded, dampened bandana isn't medical grade, but it's genuinely better than nothing for filtering out large particulates. Beyond that, it's a sling for a broken arm, a water pre-filter for straining out debris before purification, a bandage, a head covering against sun exposure, even a simple signal flag. The catch: it does not filter out smaller particles or true airborne hazards, so don't mistake it for real respiratory protection. Number 5, the Trust tablets, chlorine dioxide water purification tablets. Picture being on the move. No time to boil, no fire, just you in a container of water you're not sure is safe. These tablets are what the US military actually issues in field rations for exactly this reason. Proven, compact, shelf-stable for years. Beyond drinking water, they can treat water used for cleaning wounds when nothing sterile is available. The catch: they take up to 4 hours for full effectiveness against certain pathogens, so this isn't an instant fix, and they have a real, if long, shelf life you should track. Number 4, the Can Whisperer, a manual hand crank can opener. This sounds almost like a joke until you realize how much emergency food comes in cans, and how many people stockpile cases of canned goods with zero way to open them once the power's out and the electric opener is dead weight. Beyond opening cans, it can pry, scrape, and even serve as an improvised flathead tool in a pinch. The catch: cheap ones dull fast or break under repeated use, so spend the extra $2 or $3 for a stainless steel one. It's worth it. Number 3, the Thread Keeper, a basic sewing kit. Needles, thread, a few buttons. Picture a torn jacket in freezing weather and no store open to replace it. Clothing repair isn't a hobby in a real shortage. It's thermal survival. Beyond clothing, needles can be used to drain blisters safely, remove splinters, or repair torn gear like backpacks and tents. The catch: it takes a steady hand and a little patience, and if you've genuinely never threaded a needle before, now's the time to practice, not later. Number 2, the Preserver, a large bag of plain salt. Before refrigeration existed at all, salt is how entire civilizations kept meat edible for months, and it's exactly why Roman soldiers were partially paid in it. That's where the word salary actually comes from. Picture a freezer full of meat and no power for a week. Without preservation, that's all gone in days. Beyond preserving food, it disinfects minor wounds. It can be used to make an effective sore throat rinse, and historically, it's one of the most universally recognized barter goods across almost every culture on Earth. The catch: oversalting food to preserve it changes the taste dramatically, and too much sodium is genuinely bad for anyone managing blood pressure issues, so it's a trade-off, not a free upgrade. And now, the one nobody expects. Number 1, the Silent Reservoir, a pack of plain, non-lubricated condoms. Stay with me. This is the most surprising item on the entire list, and it's also one of the most quietly recommended by actual outdoor survival instructors for one specific reason. They're designed to be leak-proof and can stretch to hold roughly 1 to 2 gallons of water when suspended carefully in a sock or cloth for support. Picture this. You find a water source miles from your shelter, but you have no container left. This solves that instantly, at almost no weight and almost no space in a bag. Beyond water storage, they work as improvised waterproofing for matches, electronics, or important documents in a flood. The catch: they're fragile under real weight or sharp edges. They need a supportive outer layer like a sock to hold their shape, and lubricated or spermicidal versions can contaminate water, so plain only. Rapid fire before we close this out. Lighter for fire, duct tape for shelter, paracord for weight, safety pins for fixes, superglue for wounds, foil for cooking and signal, fishing line for food, Petroleum jelly for skin and flame, bleach for water, bandanas for breath, purification tablets for trust, can opener for access, sewing kit for warmth, salt for preservation, and condoms for water you can actually carry. Here's the real lesson underneath all 15 of these, and it's the one thing gold and cash can never buy you back. None of these items matter without the skill to use them right, under pressure, when your hands are shaking and you don't have time to read the instructions. Buying the item is step one. Practicing with it once, calmly, this week, is the step almost nobody takes, and it's the actual difference between the people who make it through a bad week and the people who don't. If you made it this far, you're already the kind of person who thinks 2 steps ahead of everyone else in the room, and that's worth more than any of the 15 things on this list combined. Save this video before you forget half of it. Tell me in the comments which item genuinely surprised you the most. And if you want the next one, the 5 skills that matter more than any item you could ever buy, subscribe, because that video is coming next.